Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon and we're back on the test server again. So this time we're going to be looking at the summer event rewards. I was a little bit surprised by this, but they did announce that the test server was going to be down. I didn't think it was going to be the summer event though, because it's usually like a mid-June, July thing. So I think it's kind of going up a little bit early this year. I kind of thought it was going to be survival mode, but maybe that's traded places with the summer event. But let's take a look at the feats first, as usual. So I'm kind of expecting 3 of these. We seem to be getting about 3 of them now. Like style, there's a style, some kind of collection, and then base items. Alright, so 20 Ocean Current was last year. So 15 base items, and it's not a checklist, so it's any of the 15, which we'll take a look at later in the video. And there's a 4-piece hiker style. And then fly a kite from the seasonal event. That kind of sounds like a trinket or something. Alright, so let's take a look at the vendor.
Your efforts in defending Arthur's throne deserve reward.
Okay, so we need to get one of the kites. Can we... we can't preview them. Okay, so obviously I'm going to go with Batman. As usual. Then we've got the hiker style.
Your efforts in defending Arthur's throne deserve reward.
Go ahead and grab that. Okay, so that feat does pop correctly.
Your efforts in defending Arthur's throne deserve reward.
Tree line is a little bit interesting because I'm curious if this can go against a wall. So we'll take a look at that. There were a couple of items for the spring event that looked like they go against a wall, but they actually have a hard time going against some of the base themes walls, which kind of defeats their purpose. So hopefully that works. Alright, we've got a campfire, camp chair, pretty standard stuff. Fairy lights. All of these are 10. So there's no differences here. For 15 you're going to need 150. So they are going with a camping theme here. Ooh, this is cool. Oh wow, a full trailer. We still need cars as base items though. A lot of car models in the game that could be used. Oh, I wonder how this is gonna work. Camp lantern. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so we're leaving off with the hatchet.
Your efforts in defending Arthur's throne deserve reward.
Camp hatchets. Log bench. Huh. I don't remember if that's last year's or this year's, but okay, this has to be last year's though, because there's only 3 feats. Alright, let's collect the rest of these. Oh, it looks like Rockvar is testing also. I wonder if he's streaming right now. Okay, so here is the hiker style. So it's 4 pieces. It's chest, legs, back, and feet. So the back piece does have an emblem slot. And there is sort of a plaid texture. The whole thing is tintable. So if I go in here and...
Greetings, visitor.
I think that this first slot only seems to affect the backpack. And then the rest of it is slots 2 and 3. So let's give her a cool color.
Performing scheduled patrol.
So any combination of plaid you want to create.
Patrolling for intruders.
And also check out the link in the description below. I'm going to link to Penryn's post on the forums where he displays this style on a male character.
Scanning
So
island
it does
perimeter.
look a little bit different because it's I think it's like a full shirt. Oh, let's do the trinket before I forget. Okay, so it's just a little pet that flies around. Probably non-combat, because it's a kite. But if you can imagine the other logos on it, that would be the difference, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. And the other one is like it's like a smiley face mustache guy. I'm not sure how that relates to DC Comics. Alright, let's get into the base items.
Patrolling for intruders.
You know what, I want to test the tree line first. Place it against a wall, see how close we can get it. Okay, this one does clip into the wall. So if you want to build that extended forest, that goes right in. See, I kind of wish the spring items did this. There was like the cascade in the doorway that doesn't go flush against the wall, and that, I don't know, it kind of defeats the purpose of it. But this is just right. So now you can build your forest around this, put this against the wall, and it'll just look like it expands into the distance. You could always put it in the middle of the room, which would look kind of weird. I'm gonna leave it right here, because later I'm gonna see if we can walk through it. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have a campfire. Most of the things are going to start with camp, so let me place all the camp items. Canoe, pretty standard. It's going to go well with those water puddles if you created your own indoor lake. Something I kind of don't like about the way they price the event items. Okay, this is a little bit weird. You're gonna need a couple of trees in order for that to look right. Yeah, I was wondering if that was a floor item or wall item. But yeah, with the rewards and feats, you're basically gonna have just enough to get 15 base items, one kite, and the style. So that kind of sucks if you're trying to like retheme a base, because you're gonna need more than 15. You're gonna need a lot of duplicates. At least it's not a checklist though, so you don't have to get all of these items. But looking at all these items, if you're trying to build a camp set, I think you're gonna need all of these plus duplicates. Like you're gonna want more than one chair here. Ooh, trailer. Yeah, I really wish we had some vehicles other than this. Right now you can have this being pulled by the Batmobile and that's about it. Alright, so now there's a whole bunch of fairy lights. What are they, wall items? Okay, a couple of them are wall items. They just kind of look like the Christmas lights. I think I'm probably going to concentrate on like outdoor forest. I might just pass on those lights. Oh wow, that kite is still up. Now that's going to be cool if the kite doesn't have a cooldown. Okay, so some of the fairy lights are sealing. Yeah, personally I don't think I have any bases where these would go in, or where I would actually spend on the item count just to place those. So I think there were 4 of them. And then let's see, going back to ground items, there were a bunch of ones that started with fire. Wait a second, didn't we have that one from a previous theme? Oh, you know what? No, that's not this year. Sorry. Yeah, that was like last year or the year before, the fire pit. Okay, the firewood is new. And a larger pile. Okay, that's something you could probably pass on. Like, you probably only get one of those. Let's see, we've got the picnic. There was a tent. Let me place the tent away because I want to see if our characters can walk into that as well. And there was a bench, right? Okay, I think that's all the items. So let's take a look. At how they compare to our character. The chair's a little bit big. That's probably for like the largest body type, because that's definitely a little bit big. Canoe. Everything else looks just about the right size. And we cannot walk into the tent. Although there's no like weird invisible objects, because typically when they have stuff shaped like this, and you end up walking on top of it, there's going to be like some invisible thing here. But it's a pretty refined model. I was kind of expecting that with the canoe also, but very well done. Now the trees, can we walk into it? No, we can't. So yeah, that would make sense as a wall item. And yeah, it looks like the kite is persistent, and it already cooled down, so what if I pop it again? Okay, it's just an on and off button, really. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like persistent pets. I don't think we actually have any of those, except for those exclusives when the game first came out. Okay, that'll do for the rewards video. What I am going to do in a later video is I'll go through the actual event, which I don't do that often, but they've been optimizing these, so they're not the same as previous years. They're just trying to make it easier or quicker for us to get through these. You know, because it doesn't make sense to have a DC Universe Online game where we're spending like half the year in events. So they are trying to speed things up and get us back into the real content. So, well, we can get a preview of that. Let's take a look at the journal. Have the missions from last year, but Straight to Metropolis is the outside mission, and you can see the counters are a bit different. Disable mutineer frigates by destroying their generators. That counter is 3 now. I believe that was 10 before, so that's a huge difference, because there are 4 per ship. So if you had 10, you had to do 3 ships. And of course you're getting hit all the time, so it becomes very annoying. So with 3 generators, that's not even a single ship. Will definitely speed things up. The mutineer borders, not a big difference there. That went from 15 to 10. But I'm sure that's going to help out. I mean, I think typically by the time you do this, you generally kill more than 10. This is the kind of thing that could be annoying if one of the factions was like larger in a phase than the other. That could end up being a spawn issue. So definitely reducing to 10 should help. But I'll play through this, and then we'll have a better idea of it. And then we'll also take a look at the alert. But I don't see that popping right now because it's kind of late at night. Okay, so that'll do. Stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.